Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Shameless FC. 2 days away from one of, if not the biggest game in English history in the last 50 years. And I want to try build up some hype for it, but still don't think it's coming home, unfortunately.
It's coming home, Lewis, man. It's coming home.
I want to speak it into existence as well, but I want to save myself the disappointment in it, because if I get too emotionally invested, I'm going to be pissed off at someone by the end of the day, and I don't want that. But if we do win, shit's going to be insane, and that's why I'm also trying to give myself low expectations for all of that, because low expectations, rarely disappointed, and that's been my mood with England since, I guess, 2010. The 2010 World Cup, because 2010 I thought England could have done so much better, and that's one of the most disappointing tournaments I've seen in my life. But
that's my mood of football.
You might want to build up expectations. You know what to do on Sunday. We're going to touch on everything regarding England anyway. Check out all of the latest news surrounding all the four clubs that we're all representing, as always. But before we start, hit the like button, subscribe, sub to everybody's channels in the description below. I want us getting Mikez to 500 subs by the end of this episode, people. So everybody, if you haven't done so already, link is in the description. It sends you to a new tab, so you have no excuses. Head over there and sub. Mikez, though, big up, my guy. It's good to have you on Shameless FC. Big up, my guy. What are you saying?
No, it's no, thank you for having me on. It's good to be on here for the first time. Good to represent, 60th best in Europe. Above Arsenal, Barcelona. Above Arsenal, above Barcelona, above Juventus. I feel like everyone needs to get their game up, man. Everyone needs to get their game up. I don't know why you're below.
European heritage, man. Where's my mug? Where's my fucking mug gone?
I
don't even have the Conference League mug.
I've got the flag behind me. I've got a flag behind me. That's from the parade. Like right there. Like, come on.
The Conference League parade.
Yeah. Well, yeah. From the day
I was gonna say I hope that's us next season, but if I see a Conference League parade, I'm rioting. I'm with all those Gallagher inners. Like, we will be rioting if I see any Conference League fucking none of that shit. Fuck that. But yeah, shout out to Mikez, second best London team in Europe. Arsenal hold that. Tottenham hold that. Flawless. What are you saying, bro?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Been enjoying the Euros. Been enjoying Copa America. It's great to have a break from Manchester United. Big up for having me as always. You know what I'm saying? Love for that, Lewis. Appreciate it. Always look forward to Shameless FC as well. But yeah, Manchester United forever in the news. You know what I'm saying? We're always in the news, man. We are a juggernaut. We are
more interesting than we are.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we try to win the transfer window.
Yeah, you might actually be the transfer kings at this point, because like we have had 3-4 weeks of the same news on repeat. Like, how many times can Fabrizio repost that Chelsea like Nico Williams, but we don't want to pay the salary? Chelsea admire Nico Williams, but we don't want to pay the salary. Chelsea are interested in Nico Williams, but the package is too much. Thank you, Fabrizio. I think we got the fucking hint by now, but big up. Jan, are you here? Shout out to Jan if she's here. Big up. Is she here?
Yeah.
Yes, she's here.
Oh, yeah. Big up, Jan. Big up, Jan. Hope the holiday's going well. Hope everything's good.
It's all right. How are you guys?
Yeah. We're all good. We're all good. Shout out to chat as well. Warrior, you've called me out, so 1 second. I can't believe that you haven't seen this as well.
What, is he going to get the mug? Is that what it is?
Yeah, man. I can't believe you're on all my streams and you haven't seen the Conference League mug.
Oh,
we're listing this at the end of the season with Chelsea. And if not, then this doesn't exist.
I should have got that.
Now you still can. UEFA website, a tenner. Cheeky little tenner, all good.
Yeah, that's tempting.
Oh, we have more news. Fucking hell, that's a start. Chelsea are interested in Desiree Doué. Rennes want more than 50. Fucking hell, mate. More than 50 million. The brothers are what, 18, 19?
Yo, tell Todd B, bro, get the checkbook out, man. You know what I'm saying? Todd B got the big bucks. Tell him. Unleash the checkbook.
Yeah, the matter thing is, he's got high potential for his age, but like 50 million. Like, I can't even be too annoyed about it, though. Like, we've been linked with left wingers for a minute. I think he's right-footed. Let me double-check that one. Because if he isn't, we can just throw that one in the bin with the Adeyemi links. Desiree Doué, strong foot.
In this market, that's nothing.
Yeah, right-footed. He's a right-footed left winger. Thank the Lord. Look, he looks like a good dribbler and everything. I guess he's done it in the French league, which means it could translate well into the Premier League. Like, okay, more than 50 million. Fucking hell, that's a big risk. I guess the wages won't be an issue as well. And our biggest thing is more trying to keep the wage structure intact, which is, again, why the whole Osimhen situation is taking too long as well.
Because it's a money situation for you lot. No, that's fair.
I saw Ben Jacobs, and like I don't even like quoting Ben Jacobs because that brother is literally repost man or days, weeks, and months man. But actually gave us an update. The guy said Osimhen wants 250k a week. I was like, okay, so if you want 250k a week as a base with a 120 million release clause, and then you gotta pay the agent's fee on top. Okay, I kind of understand. And if Nkunku can actually cook in the number 9, then you have 3 options already. You have Mark Hugh that you throw the Conference League to. You have Nicholas Jackson and Nkunku competing for the number 9 spot. You give, I guess, one of them the left wing position. Or maybe even have them both play off each other. That's actually fine by me. Right? If that's the money that we're talking about for Osimhen, here's what it is. In terms of Desiree Doué, I know Bayern Munich had, I think, a 30 million bid rejected already, and they're expecting a similar amount of money to Jeremy Doku that they got last year. So I guess we've got to look at around the 50-55 million mark. See if they want a Cobham grad or something. You know how we have this habit of doing this you take a player, we take a player sort of deal. Yeah. How much youth can you offer them? Give him Datro Fofana. He's a left winger / striker. He ain't making it here. We've got like how many strikers already or players in that mold? Send him over there. Armando Broja, see if they want him. What other deadwood do we have?
Yeah, you lot got a lot of deadwood to try and ship.
Always have a lot of deadwood.
Actually, no, deadwood's a bit harsh. It's more like just we've stockpiled a lot of youth players, and you can either let them develop and flip them, or you can flip them now. That Fofana, you might as well flip the brother now. Who else? What other left wingers do we have? That Diego Moreira kid. See if they want him. Maybe Leslie. Let's go for him. See what you Cassidy. Yeah, we want to throw Cassidy into literally every deal possible. See if you can get him in for Desiree. Past that, I guess he might be higher up on the list for us now. We're actually trying to push for him a little bit, but we'll see how the story develops on that. But we'll touch on Chelsea a little bit later because I actually wanted to start on Manchester United because there's way more news dropping in the Man United end than Chelsea. Jadon Sancho's back. What the fuck? I did not expect this turn. Bro, so what are you saying, bro? Because that's got to be at least one positive.
Yeah, we'll get to that. It looks like it on the surface. Like that was my initial reaction, shock. I think I'm still in shock now. When there was one relationship I thought that couldn't be salvaged, and it was between those two because so much had gone on, so much had been said, and it was so public, and they were both just stubborn. So the fact that he's back in training, clear the air talks, you see the pictures of him in training. There's definitely United a PR central. You're gonna see a picture of them shaking hands or hugging or something of that nature. However, it would have been best to let him go because you said there as a positive. Yes, from a talent perspective, absolutely. I've said this for the entire time Jadon Sancho's been at Manchester United. Talented footballer, without doubt. Where's he getting game time? Who is he playing in front of? Because we know, it's like people have forgotten. And I think I said this last time we did Shameless last week or a couple of weeks ago. Because Manchester United haven't played for so long, people have forgotten how bad the manager was. People have forgotten how badly we played. People have forgotten how much he has his favorites and doesn't drop them. So let's think about it. You have Rashford and Garnacho on one side. You have Anthony and Diallo on the other. We've just signed Xerxes, and you have Højlund, and you got Bruno, who's his captain. Where is Jadon Sancho getting significant game time? We said this last season about Diallo. We wanted to see him get game time, and it took injuries upon injuries for him to finally give Diallo a chance. And we actually seen that Diallo is of a certain level, which all I was asking for was a shot. So it's like, yes, if it was a different manager, I'd be all for it. But where is Jadon Sancho getting game time? And in the clear the air talks, this is just me guessing, no inside source, that would have been part of the discussion. How much game time am I getting? Where am I going to play? And to me, Ten Hag's lied to him. Ten Hag ain't playing him. He ain't playing him consistently.
No chance.
No, not a prayer.
No.
Where is he playing? He legit said last season, sorry to cut you off, Mike, about Rashford, and he was like, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something along the lines of, I'm not dropping Rashford regardless, because Rashford was in poor form. So again, Diallo helped win a trophy, and I don't see Diallo getting minutes like that. So where's Sancho getting minutes?
No, that's what I mean. Like he doesn't come off as a great man manager either. So I feel like his lies are gonna come back to bite him when it comes to like, and you're gonna hear all these stories like in probably like 3-4 months, probably about how Sancho still wants to leave and stuff. I still think he wants to leave, but I just think it was just so he didn't train in like the under 18s or whatever. I still think he's like maybe on the market if a good offer comes in or whatever. But also with Diallo, like Diallo impressed, but he still barely got any minutes after the fact that he impressed. And Anthony was frustrated about his minutes last season. Like Anthony's not great. I don't think Anthony should be playing. But Anthony, that's his guy. And I'm meant to be his guy. I'm meant to be his big signing or whatever. And he still kept benching him every week. You're going to have like at least 3 wingers that are going to be frustrated with minutes. Even now, you're going to get Rashford stories, or you're going to get Garnacho stories. It doesn't, or whoever it is, that's going to like just leave the bench just for Sancho to play. And even if Sancho does play, I don't even think he suits whatever that Ten Hag's trying to do, because I don't ever know what Man United are trying to do when I watch them. And Sancho's a combination player. I don't think Man United have a player that really combines with Sancho. I don't think Bruno's that guy. I don't know who they have in midfield. Correct me if I'm wrong. That fullback, if maybe with Dalot, I don't know. Like other than that, I don't really see it. Maybe the Zaxi guy.
But then why lie?
Yeah. Zaxi. Because he's Ten Hag. Why lie?
But I mean, like, you got how many other right wingers? I mean, not right wingers, just wingers in general. You got a player who already seems disillusioned at United. Why try and mend the bridge then if you don't have a pathway for him into the first team?
What you're saying there is logical, Lewis. Ten Hag don't deal in that. He's incompetent. He's not good at his job. So that's why he would make this type of decision. Because after I got over the initial shock of it, I was like, okay. And I said all this about Sancho last season when I said we should have let him go. And that, people were like, how can you say that about Sancho? And that's not because I don't think Sancho is a good player. I think he is a good player. I think he's extremely talented. I think in the right setup with the right team, he can be a success here. However, Ten Hag was never going to allow that to happen. He was never going to play that type of way. This is why all our attackers for the first 2 seasons under him have been awful, bar Rashford. Rashford's the only one you can say in 2 seasons has had any success. And you know what that is? That's because Rashford is good in isolation. Rashford's best game is when if you are not good in isolation as a Manchester United attacker, you are going to struggle. And that's why Rashford is the only one we've seen have any success. Diallo is to an extent as well, even though it's not, it's like it's a game because of his ability to take on a man and he's got good agility, good balance, good pace. He can do that also. So I look at it and I go, all right, mending, well done. Yes, we play a lot of games, but we've seen it unless Ten Hag decides all of a sudden to rotate. Because that was the ongoing thing last season. He doesn't rotate. He doesn't give players chances. Like, so again, I look at it and go, where is Sancho going to go? Unless he decides to play Sancho
Europa,
as a 9,
maybe?
But then what, Xerxes? Yeah, Europa. But is Sancho going to be happy with just getting Europa League minutes?
No.
Is that where he's
definitely
at?
Not. Definitely not.
Europa and Cup minutes. I mean, it's a considerable amount of minutes, but
true.
Still not first teamer, still not the level that he'd want to be at.
He wants to be a first teamer. That's the thing it's not like a Diallo where you go, all right, maybe he's more willing to accept that, or it's another youth player coming through, like a Garnacho who's more willing to accept that. Man just played in the Champions League final. Like Sancho wants, whether you think he deserves it or not is a whole different conversation. I know someone's in the chat saying Sancho's been terrible for United, he don't deserve this, that, and the third. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm stating is he wants to play first team. Same way Rashford wants to play first team. Same way Anthony, even though I agree with Mike, that shouldn't be. He wants to play first team. So where is it? Xerxes you've just signed. So is it? And there's still talks and rumors of us signing another striker, which actually is needed anyway. So it's kind of like, where would you go? This is what I'm saying. Because you got to think our only 2 strikers are Xerxes and Højlund. Both young, both unproven. We need a senior man. I've been saying this. We needed 2 strikers this summer. Because remember, Martial left and we're already short with Martial here anyway. So it's like, let's say Xerxes comes in and gets injured, you're left to just Højlund. Højlund gets injured, you're relying solely on Xerxes. Unless he plays Sancho through the middle, which he did in preseason last season. But then he played him through the middle in preseason. He actually played well to an extent, people are saying. And then we never seen it again. We see Martial play ahead of him. We've seen Højlund play ahead of him. We've seen Rashford play ahead of him. So I don't know. It looks like a recipe for disaster to me. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Like from the competitive side, is actually pretty decent. To be fair, I do agree with what some of the chat's saying, where they see it's more of an Ineos move than Sancho and Ten Hag, because I just can't really see either of them, like, I'd say, sucking their pride up and just saying, yeah, you know what, I was in the wrong.
Oh, so Ineos did the dad thing or the mum thing and was like, you two sort it out. Otherwise, everyone's in trouble. That's a bad way. So you've got two people now reluctantly. Let's say that is the case, because it sounds plausible. So let's say hypothetically that is correct. And Ineos said, hey, you two, cut all this rubbish out. We don't care what happened. You two get on. Now you have two people reluctantly working together. Yeah, because that works well.
It could, though. Like, worst case scenario, they fall out again. They could actually end up getting along.
That's what I see happening.
A fresh start.
That's what I see happening. I see this, and then we rewind, and then once it happens, we'll rewind to this conversation, and I'll go, why did we not see this happening? I said this last summer. He wasn't going to get game time, and it was going to cause friction. Nah, you don't know what you're talking about. But
it wasn't the game time that caused the friction, though. It was the comments made. I think it was after the Arsenal game.
Yeah, after the Arsenal game.
It was the comments name that cost it, but he still wasn't getting game time regardless. Look back before then. He didn't get no game time. Look how many minutes he played. How many? No,
I know that, but that wasn't the main turning point, though.
No, it wasn't the main. But it would have been more salvageable if he was playing week in, week out. So you've called me out, and I'm not even playing. So you think that pissed him off even more? If he was playing week in, week out, and he's playing well, then it's like, that's a different conversation. Because it's like, I'm not even starting. That's where that whole, he threw me under the bus. Because people forget when Sancho responded on Twitter, it wasn't just about what Ten Hag had said after the Arsenal game. He also said, I've been a scapegoat. I think it was for weeks or months. Yeah, he said, I've been a scapegoat for weeks or months. What else did he say? Yeah, I've been a scapegoat for weeks or months. Not everything is as it seems. I'm paraphrasing saying this, but that was the gist of what he was saying.
I got it up anyway.
Yeah. Pull it up, fam, and you'll see it.
So please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that's completely untrue. I've conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there's other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge, and I'll continue to fight for this badge no matter what.
Here was key what he said there. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. That's not just what Ten Hag said after the Arsenal game. Long time. Now, we can all guess and speculate what he means by a long time, but it's over a significant period of time for him to say, yeah, I've been a scapegoat. Which could, if you look at it, go, right, I've not been playing. And people look at it and we'll talk about Sancho, go, oh, you need to do more when you get on. Because he does get criticized. Has been, sorry. Some of it fair. Someone like me who's been critical of him when he's got on the pitch, of course, Manchester United, some of it over the top as well. I still think he leads flawless. Wilcox has therefore got involved. He could say it. It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, I'm in shock about it. Yes, but
so I'll wait to potentially make him a bit more sellable. Maybe
it's that. Maybe it's the smart move, because I think that's best for all parties involved.
Yeah, definitely.
Personally,
I'm also just thinking trying to put the tinfoil hat on and everything. So with this whole Sancho situation, I had the entire thing in the back of my head, and I've completely forgot it all. Fuck's sakes.
No stress is all
Fuck's
good,
sakes. Let me try and remember what
my main thing with the Sancho thing was
that was it. Sorry, before I just forget it again. I'm thinking Ineos might just be valuing Sancho way more than they value Ten Hag. And with the stuff that I've heard Rants and a lot of other content creators saying about how they just couldn't really afford to get rid of him, to get rid of Ten Hag, and how they might just be keeping him on until another available option comes in. Maybe Ten Hag goes soon and they bring in somebody that suits Sancho a little bit more potentially.
And let's say hypothetically that's true, because I've heard others say this, I've heard that as the rumor. That's a terrible way to conduct business. So I'm going to keep this manager around who's not good enough because we can't find anybody else who's good enough.
I think it's more financial.
And financial. We print money. We could have got rid of him. Look how much we're about to spend in the window. This is why this whole myth, and it happens, I think it's been the past 2-3 seasons, literally since I've been content creating, it seems to happen every summer where the rumor comes out that Manchester United have no money. And I say every summer, Manchester United have money. And then we go on to spend 150 million, 170, 200, whatever the case may be. Look at him at, so you got Xerxes, Agate's potential, De Ligt potential, Branthwaite potential, the fullback potential. That's 5 players. They're not in for free. Manchester United spend the money. They did. People just, I just don't people just don't want to accept. They kept Ten Hag because they wanted to. That's simply what it is. If they wanted to get rid of Erik Ten Hag, they would have got rid of him. And
but then I just wonder why it took so long.
Because they are incompetent, Lewis.
Because it feels right there after the cup final win. You have the perfect PR to just say, yeah, we're keeping him. You won a cup. Yeah, that's our reasoning for it. They dragged it out for like a month and then just went, yeah, he's staying. He's staying, guys.
Well, and that's it. Because even when I look at, they had the interview with Tuchel. So that was on their minds to get rid of him. And the fact that they approached Tuchel annoys me. The fact that he was going to be the potential replacement. So out of all the managers out there, you went and got the manager who just failed at Bayern Munich, who Bayern Munich got rid of literally halfway through the season. And you said, you know what, that's the guy to take us forward. The only way I see this being a success if Ten Hag goes and they accidentally stumble across a good manager and we hire someone on accident. Because people have said that once Ten Hag goes, it'll be different. I don't trust these men to get the next guy. Because Tuchel was your answer.
Yeah.
Who literally just failed at Bayern Munich. What?
Yeah, that would have been a car crash. That would have been a car crash in my opinion. Like the thing is as well, like with this whole Ten Hag thing, how do you go from just about to sack a man to giving him a new deal? How does that make any sense? If you're going to keep him, why would you then go on to then extend this deal? If the plan was, we're going to keep him and then we've got an option coming up, like maybe we've got an option where we're waiting for another manager to come in, why would you then extend his contract? Wouldn't it cost you more then to sack him up after you just extended his contract? Like that's why I think I agree with you. Like I agree with you, Florence. Like they're just incompetent.
I could argue the other way.
How come?
Because like if it's just an extension, like you haven't changed the terms or anything, just trigger the 1-year extension.
Oh, they just triggered a 1-year extension.
If it's a new contract, then like new terms.
I think it's new terms. I think it was a new contract. I think.
I heard it was an extension. I think.
I thought it was. I saw a report say like give him a new contract. Like,
yeah, because it will have new deals. But here the thing is, that's why I don't buy that. The man is either in Ineos's opinion, the man's either good enough for the job or not. If you're cutting corners because of money, that's a problem within itself. It's not like people acted like he was going to cost 100 million to get rid of him. Let's say it was 20 million. Cut your losses if that's the case. Let's say it was 50 million. Let's say it was 50. Let's say it was excessive.
Big up, Ryan.
That it was big up, Ryan. Let's say it was an excessive amount. Cut your losses because further down the line, it's going to cost more than that 60 million to get rid of him. Oh, they activated the 1 year. All right, fair. So it was an extension. And all right, cool. Like I said, people just making excuses for these men.
Who are you talking about?
Let's say
Sancho. Oh yeah,
I heard about that.
About Ten Hag. So it's like in regards to it, like that's what it is. They kept him because they wanted to keep him. This is why they did the whole assessment. This is why they took the time with the dealings. Now I'm as annoyed as most. Well, some I should say that they did that. That's their decision. I now know what side of the fence you're on. That's why when people ask me, Lewis, you would ask me others before the FA Cup final. Oh, so would you like if Manchester United win the FA Cup and that means they keep him? Would you still want to win the FA Cup? Yes. 1, because it's the FA Cup. 2, I want to know where I stand. Show me your true colors. I don't want to be shrouded in uncertainty and doubt and all like, okay, so now I know you lot. I said it. I know you lot are incompetent now. I know where I stand with Ineos. You've shown me your decision that you decided to keep him based on winning the FA Cup and just disregarded everything else. Cool. And then them going to look at Tuchel lets me know further you're incompetent. What? That's the best you could think of to go and interview all the managers out there. The guy who Bayern Munich got rid of halfway, decided, it's not good enough, February, March, and they were still on for a double at that point. They were still in the
Champions League. They were begging for him back by the end of it.
Yeah, that's because they went through 4 or 5 managers. That's why. That's the you up text to the girl you don't really like because all the other options are out.
Oh my god.
Fairs.
That's what it is. Am I lying?
You know what, Fairs?
That's perfect.
That's the you up text. That's
yo, what are you saying?
That's what you saying. That's you in the kebab shop. You know what I'm saying? After the dance, like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Come on. Let's just be honest. I hate to be that guy, but it's like, let's just be honest about the situation.
Nah, man, realism, man, is what it is.
Let's just be honest.
He's got no excuses either. Now he's under structure. He's got no excuse. He's been given Xerxes already. They're going after De Ligt. Like, he's got no excuses for all the people that are still like Ten Haging and see what he's trying to do, whatever the fuck he's trying to do. Like, I don't honestly have no idea what they're trying to do when they're on the pitch. I still don't know what type of football he's going to play next year. Like, is he going to try to still go counter-attacking? Is he going to go back to what he was originally meant to be appointed for? Now he's under structure. Like, did people? I don't know what people think when to do that. I don't get Man United.
You know what it is, Mike? Injuries will happen, and that'll get blamed again because injuries are bound to happen. So they'll blame injuries. Like, let's say we do get to 3-4 signings, and De Ligt gets injured, or the Xerxes gets injured, and somebody else, let's say a Cass, then that'll be the excuse. Oh, De Ligt got injured, and Xerxes, like, there isn't 20 other players. But hey,
you had your fair share of training injuries like we did.
Yeah, but the injuries happen. The team that had the 4 most injuries finished 4th. The team that had the 5th most injuries finished 5th. No one had those 2 clubs there. No one had Villa 4th, and no one had Spurs 5th. Remember
when we had to put out all our kids
you
last
had injuries.
season, and we were still in. That was actually our best form of the season.
You had injuries.
Yeah, our best form of the injury of the season was when we had a bench full of NPCs.
Yeah, and I understand there's a drop off with injuries, but it shouldn't be falling off a cliff. It shouldn't be a never-ending flight of stairs. But yeah, right. Hey, big up, Cam. What are you saying, man?
Big up, Cam.
Yeah. See, whenever you're ready, Cam. Whenever you're ready, you know that show's there. But shout out to. So yeah, that's what it is. Injuries, there should be a drop off and a level down. A to maybe B, maybe C. Well, not A to Z, which is what happened. But, cool.
And that's it. And it's every right in the Premier League, every team around Man United also had an injury crisis. Like Brighton were there at one point, had an injury crisis. Newcastle did. Chelsea did. The only team that didn't was actually our team. But we had no excuses at the time. But like every other team had an injury crisis, had injuries to talk about. There's not really much of an excuse there. Every team has to find a way. Like it's what it is. And also you bring it also to do with injuries. You clearly weren't happy with your squad beforehand, and if you haven't got players that come in and you think they're not good enough. Like, clearly your squad players weren't good enough either, and you needed more places to upgrade, and you didn't do enough in the transfer window. Apparently you guys had no money.
Yeah, squad play. That's how your squad play is not good enough.
Exactly.
Average. Just be a 5 out of 10, and that's okay. You don't need your squad, but again, like I say, it's how you're playing them and the lack of just help towards them, and then you're relying on individual quality, which the vast majority of our squad don't have. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but like I said, because Manchester United have not played in so long, people have forgotten how bad it was, and there's all these new toys and this new optimism because it happens international break as well. Every international break it happens.
Yep.
Where it's like 10 days to 2 weeks, and it's like, oh, it's not that bad. I've been saying the entire who's scoring our goals? This is the question I've been asking. Who's scoring our goals? Hey, big up.
Well, it seems like it's going to be your wingers with the Xerxes signing. That's the one thing I've seen with him. His playmaking is really good.
He can play make, cool. He could play make for me and you on the wing, but if we can't score, Lewis.
I hear it, but like I assume he's going to be opening up more space, at least for the likes of Rashford. So I'm expecting a good season from him. In terms of the others, like they're not as proven. Sancho obviously is, but you don't really get in behind like that. He prefers to like play make himself. So like I've got my eyes more on Rashford and maybe Garnacho to improve. Maybe Garnacho.
Yeah, you don't get goals like that. He's not like that. How many goals did he get in the league last season? 7, 8?
Yeah, but overall your creativity wasn't as good. I expect Xerxes to improve with that.
All right, we'll see. Like I say, I don't.
Rashford, like he should improve. That should get a lot more out of him, and we've seen how that
doesn't
works
Rashford have that thing where he has like one good season, one bad season, one good season.
So everyone's the pressure's on for him to have a good season. But even let's say he has a record-breaking season in terms of numbers, like he did the season before, he still only scored 58 league goals.
Yeah, no, that's
true. Our attack's been awful for years. It's just people gloss over it. We haven't scored over 70 league goals in 10 years.
Really?
That's mad. That's
what I'm talking about. This is what pull it up.
That's mad.
People forget how people really overlook how bad our attack is.
No, that you brought up some stats before in our time on YouTube. That's the worst stat I've heard in my life.
Probably one. If it is, it's one. It might have been one when we finished second.
Even one.
So what you said? Less than more than what goals?
70.
70. So you got 58 last season. You got 58 the season before. 57 the season before.
So name them 3. 58, 57, 59.
You got 73 in 2021. So there's one.
Yeah.
73, 66 the season before.
Okay.
65 the season before. 17-18, that's 68. I thought that would be one of the good ones. Fuck. 54 in 16-17. 49 in 50. Fucking hell, man. 49.
See,
14-15, you had
49's ridiculous.
60.
Yeah,
How much in the
40.
last one?
No. Wait, what was that?
What was the last one you said? 60. How many in the last one? You just
62 in 14-15.
So I was right. So in the last 10 years, we've scored over 70 goals once.
That's mad.
Once. And that
In
was
the-
the Ollie era.
In the past 3 seasons, we haven't got above 60. Is it the past 3? We haven't got above 60? What, 57, 58, 59?
Yeah, the last 3 seasons it was 57, 58, and 57 again.
Right. So this attack all of a sudden is going to click into gear because of Xerxes. Do I actually think, I don't know, watched him, but from like comps and what people tell me, good player, but we're asking him to come in and transform the attack. It's not coming and be a complementary piece. It's not coming and be a good player. We are asking him to be the guy to transform our attack. And I don't think our attack can be transformed because our attack is shit. That's just what it is. These players cannot be transformed. Rashford, yes. Because he's shown he can get goals. Yeah, and this ain't funny. This is serious stuff. But yeah, Rashford can. Rashford can. That's it.
I'm not even laughing. That's shocking.
Garnacho's not a goal scorer. Anthony is not a goal scorer. Diallo can pitch in, yes. Sancho, not his game. Bruno, not a goal scorer. I don't think Bruno's got double. I think he's not even got double figures in the past 3 years. Take out penalties. Hey,
That's mad.
I'm trying to see how many times we got above 70.
Like it's always there's always the need for a savior at Man United as well. There's always a need for like, oh, come and save us sort of thing. Like Højlund, yeah, Højlund was meant to be the guy last year, but like you're giving him one season, you're putting all the pressure on him and all of this, and he just wasn't as good as people said. It wasn't as good as his price tag, but Man United overpaid for him. Like you can do that the same with Xerxes, and people are going to get onto Xerxes to say when he got to Højlund.
So it's been the past 3 years we've failed to score above 60 goals in the past 3 years. And we scored one time, we've got over 70 in the past 10 years. I bet. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
But yeah.
I can't even argue against that.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, Xerxes is going to join and be the guy to transform our team from Bologna. Like I said, I like
you got to remember, that includes the Rashford season where he bagged 30 too.
Exactly. So that means if you take out his 30 goals, and what was it, 58? How much did our attack get?
So that was 22-23. Yeah, you got 58 goals.
And he got what? 8? I think he got 18 of them in the league. 17, sorry. It was 17 he got in the league. So
you're looking at about 40 goals.
So the rest of our team combined scored 40. That's just above a goal a game.
Shame.
I'm trying to think maybe that's just the manager, but like that's so chronic from the last 10 years.
Take out penalties is less than a goal a game. Take out the penalties we got.
Yeah, because that season on the Ollie when you got 7, weren't you like penalty FC?
Oh yeah, we got hella penalties every time. Yeah.
Oh my fucking gosh, man. Yeah, I see why you're just detached.
I'm detached, man. End the season already.
See why
I'm already 25, 26, man. I'm already at that season. I'll see you lot there.
Yo, the way Esteban Pies are playing, I might be with you. I want to go. I want to just switch through this season too.
And I don't even spoke about our defense. I'm saying that all of a sudden, yes, the signings of the defense look better. 100%. Do I expect us to improve? Yes. Do I think we'll concede less shots? Yes. I also still don't trust this goalkeeper though. People just glossing over that. That because we were so bad, how he had a horrific season. He was the main culprit. We went out.
Don't you think he improved as the season went on, though?
No.
To be honest, I kind of agree with you because, like, to me, it's just like as the season went on, he just wasn't as like bozo-ish as like what he was.
His mistakes weren't as spoke about. People forget about when we played Chelsea when the game at the bridge and because Palmer scored late.
Oh yeah.
Go check the
Didn't you have that one where he gave away the pen against someone?
What?
Was it? He gave away a pen against someone as well. Was it Burnley as where he He came out for a cross.
Yeah. Because he did that in the first game against the Wolves.
And then there was that. I'm sure there was that Palace game where he could have saved a couple of goals when you got beat 4-0.
At least
he was actually dreadful for you all season.
But because we got packed 4-0, it's not spoken about because of the way we lost to Chelsea with the 2 goals in the last minute. Go back and watch it. You should save the Gallagher chance. These are mistakes that are not being spoken about because I remember stuff like this. Yes, was he less? Was he less? Did he get better as the season went on? Yes, Ryan. I'm being over the top there. However, so you are right when you say that.
Good
However,
enough.
It wasn't good enough. It's easy to go from poor to below average. All right, well done. You went from a 2 to a 4. Like people forget that the goalkeeper's a problem. Like, and will it be less of one? Yeah, because I think he'll face less shots because the defensive reinforcements, however, still got the fullback area. That's a problem. Who's playing in midfield? We still have Bruno, who, as you can see, is great for the rest of our attackers. This is why we score so many goals and create so many chances. And people wonder why I'm crazy.
McTominay, Mount, fucking Bruno. Yeah, you still got to find a way to get Mount back in
I keep forgetting that. I genuinely keep forgetting.
So do I forget all the time too, Ryan. I forget too.
He's like Lavia to me, where it's like, oh yeah, shit, he's alive.
At least
Lavia's good. Like,
yeah, at least there's some talent.
At least there's actual when Lavia plays, you'll actually probably see a player.
And that's just it. I'm saying, sorry to burst United's bubbles. It's just like, oh, this is my opinion, and this is where we're at. And all this newfound optimism. Watch when we get bopped off the park by Fulham on the opening day on Friday, and we'll probably win the game, but the performance will be awful. And everyone go, I can't see this. I couldn't see this coming. I'm so disappointed. I'm mad. I'm angry. All right. Still have the same manager, you know. So unless he has a personality transplant, where is this football, this new, profound, great football coming from? Unless we're just relying on individuals. Which seems
Abdi,
to be
you scared the fucking shit out of me. Don't do that again. Don't do that.
Shout out Abdi. That's pretty much my thoughts on that, fam. This is my thoughts on Sancho and everything else.
I was gonna ask you like Xerxes or Højlund, but I just don't. Does he even make a fucking
Xerxes
difference?
Definitely. Yeah. Because Højlund's been awful. So Xerxes, and I've not even seen him play. Just because
Højlund in that Euros.
That's just been him. But you know what? To Højlund's credit, I will do. Off the bench, he had impact last season. So maybe that's him.
Fair.
Off the bench.
Coming on against tired legs and everything.
Yeah. Maybe it's that. But is he good? No.
Super sub Højlund, like I hear it, but what a fucking waste of money, man.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
That's where we're at, man. Like, he's going to be third choice because we still need another striker.
Oh, would you still get another one?
I would still get another one. Because if Højlund gets injured, we're left with just Xerxes.
Tony's just obvious, isn't he?
Yeah, if Xerxes gets injured, this fucking guy. We've had him.
Sorry, I had to.
We've had him
desperately trying to sell Lukaku.
Yeah, man. So it's like, let's say Xerxes gets injured, we're back to square one. If Højlund gets injured, we're solely relying on Xerxes, which is unfair to him. Unless he's going to play Sancho central. But then you got to expect will the manager do that? Probably not.
Did he try that at the start of the season after preseason?
He didn't do it again after preseason. But you know what's crazy? Then when we played City in the FA Cup and those games, he started playing false nines. Which
your emergency option will probably be Rashford up top.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Yeah,
I know you might have tried
horrible, man.
Times. I don't see you buying a third number 9, especially like all the other areas of your squad that you need to improve on.
Oh, don't get me. You're 100. Everywhere needs improvement, man. We are a shit show from top to bottom, fam. Like everywhere needs improvement. That's why when people talk about priorities, everything's a priority. Like what are we talking about?
Diesel only have one good player, and he's an 18-year-old. He's 19 now. A 19-year-old midfielder.
We'll try not to burn him out.
Yeah, like we need midfielders. Yes, we need a fullback. That's why people are like, oh, why are we signing so many centre backs? Because our centre backs are rubbish, and we let go of our best. Yeah. I actually like the business. I say that I like the business that Manchester United are conducting currently. I actually do, the way it's going. But because we are so bad, there's just so much more that needs to be done.
I'll be honest, the centre backs you're trying to get are they're actually really good choices. I
like this. I have no issue with the centre backs.
The Lick's a good choice. Yeah. Yoro's a very good choice if you manage to get him. I think Branthwaite's quality as well, to be honest.
Yeah, even keeping Evans is good for like just a reserve choice.
Just like a 5th choice centre back. Just keep him
on his case
as well. Like.
He played well last season. He was better than Maguire and Lindelof. He's solid,
bro. There was times where I was saying he's your best centre back.
Yeah, I seen him in the lineup, and I'm like, I see him in the lineup, and I go, okay. We could be anywhere. You could go away to the MTI, go away to Anfield, whatever the case may be, and I go, yeah, cool. No issue with seeing Johnny Evans. I trust him over Lindelof and Maguire. Like I do, like genuinely.
Yeah, Euro ain't going United. That's a Madrid thing even now.
I hope he doesn't, man. He's quality, man.
He
ain't gonna go. Like Madrid are literally a dangling Euro over everybody. Just like, yeah, we either take him now for the amount we're offering.
I don't think Madrid would actually outbid United for him though. I think Leo would have to settle to just accept a lower fee from Madrid. Or risk him waiting a year to go on a free next summer.
They take him next year on a free. They're not.
Yeah, that's one thing that Madrid actually have an advantage.
He's only got a year left on his deal.
Yeah, he's out of contract next summer, and apparently there is the thing that he might be willing to just wait a year to go Madrid next summer.
Which makes sense. I was just let him come to United for 2-3 years, man, and then take him. I'm saying, let him get game time.
Stone thing.
But would you be okay with being a stepping stone?
Facts, yes. They've took our best player before. Like what we do.
I mean, they did take Ronaldo from them.
And the thing is, we didn't know it, but like Carlos Queiroz, when we signed him, spoke about this and was like, if we have him for 5 years, we'd be lucky. And I think it was 6 years we had him for. That's what happens when you sign certain players. You know that they are Madrid, Barcelona, and less of that now Madrid bound.
To be fair, it was the same thing with Hazard. Although I always had it in the back of my head, if we just patterned up our attack, we would have kept him.
100%. If you're talking Spanish, French players, highly likely if they get to a certain level, or just Latin-speaking players, and obviously French players, like I mentioned, that if you perform, Madrid are going to come in for them. All our best players have been took at some point by Madrid or Barcelona. If you look back at it, they'll come in and take your best player. So that's just what it is. I have no issues with that. If Euro's here for 2-3 years, cool. Do you perform? That's it. But I don't think he would be first choice anyway, so...
Even if he wasn't first choice, like he's gonna make himself first choice within months.
And if he does that, and then Madrid come and take him in 2027, I'd be geared up for that. We're like, I don't want now one players to be here. This loyalty thing don't exist. But if you don't want to be here now, you just move on. If you don't want to join Manchester United, let it go. If you let it go and go sign somebody else.
Hear it. The only other news I saw in United as well was Greenwood potentially between Napoli or Marseille. Personally, like if I was a United fan, keep him as far away from negotiating with Italy as possible. That shit is going to be a fucking nightmare. And I also don't see how Napoli can like try and push this deal through when Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia are still there and they're still trying to get rid of him.
I can't pronounce his name, the winger. Let's do a swap deal, man. That's what it is. Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. So you know what I'm talking about when I say the Napoli winger. Hey, swap deal. Now we talking. Because he wants
now that's something smart, but I don't know.
They've been negotiating good deals.
Wages, to be fair.
Yeah. They have been negotiating good deals to the United's credit. Like the way the fees and the way we've been going about the fees, I've been super impressed with in regards to negotiation. I've negotiated multiple deals at one time and they make sense. So why not? You can offer it.
Well, Kvaratskhelia seems more like a playmaker than a getting behind sort of winger.
He can get behind though, to be fair.
Yeah, I watched him in the Euros. Like he was good on the counter.
Oh, he's still got that in his game. Okay, cool. Then that could
work.
He's quick enough, and he does make good runs.
Yeah.
I always thought of him as just purely a playmaker. Again, shows
but that's because he's a thick dribbler, though. But like, he can do that other side as well. Like,
he can do that. He'd be our best left winger. Get him in.
Yeah. Go around the outside of the side.
Actually, be pretty smart from you, lot, if you're able to pull that off.
Yeah. Facts.
Then, if that was the case, ignore everything I said. Go negotiate with Napoli. Then you might make it a lot easier for both parties.
Because did he not say he didn't want to play under Conte? And then the Napoli president came out and said that he's staying. He's under contract.
That guy, honestly,
I swear that
under contract. But like with these man, everyone has a price.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, you take the sell-on bonus.
Yeah. I'm with it. Trust me. I would try and do a swap deal with him. Is it highly unlikely? Yes. Is it dreamland? Yes. Let me dream. That's all I got left.
It's more like you'd have to do separate deals, but you'd pay like, I don't know, whatever how much would Kvaratskhelia be? Let's say if he's like 80 million, I'd say maybe you pay 60 or 50, and then Greenwood goes the other way. Something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or you pay the 80, then they pay 30, and it works out on the books.
Well, that makes sense. 100%.
At least seems like Greenwood's going, so you'll have all the controversy with him gone.
Which needs to be done. We need to be less controversy at Manchester United. Just.
Shout out to Sean James as well, saying want Pats and Daka flawless. I think he suffered enough.
I'm blessed, Sean. Appreciate your kindness, though. Appreciate it. Big up for the super chat as well.
No way, almost said this.
Yeah, apparently he did.
Crazy.
Yeah, he did.
We didn't say that.
That's crazy.
That's big
That's
talk,
Yo,
man.
these Spanish players don't play around, you know. First, you got Lamine Yamal walking around with that fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mask. They had to take it off him. Now this.
Wait, I ain't seen that.
I didn't see that either.
Oh wait, one sec. You lot ain't seen that.
I ain't seen that.
No,
I
I
heard
ain't
what
seen
he
that.
said about Rabiot, but
Yeah.
It's
I ain't
on
seen this
Twitter, the
this
mask
Mbappe
is
thing.
him.
One sec. There it
It's
is.
proper Mutant Ninja Turtle mask as well. It's
Look, you
the
see
they
that?
took that off him as
Oh,
well, yo.
that's bad.
Yeah, man was going straight to the presser with that.
Took his toy off him, you know. That's not nice.
Yo, there it
That's
is.
not
He might be the best
Confiscated.
young player I've ever seen though. Like
He's
16 years
David
old, I ain't seen anything like that. Like,
He's
genuinely.
David level.
It's actually an insane level.
No one's been
Mhm.
doing what he was doing at 16 since like
He plays like a 27-year-old. It's mental.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's insane.
He's 100% taking player and young player at the tournament.
Definitely.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah,
he
that-
might even do a hat trick with that goal against France.
Oh, that goal was quality.
Oh yeah, because it's those two El Clasico as well. Hey, La Liga gonna be good to watch next season. La Liga.
Yeah, that's going to be the headline every El Clasico.
Yeah. I'm watching La Liga. I'm locked in.
I can't
am
wait
locked
for
in.
it. They are
I will-
classicals next season.
I will miss United games.
They've
to watch
actually got
Liga
Hansi
games.
Flick in charge as well.
Yeah, Flick
Oh,
versus
that's
Ancelotti.
cool.
Oh, I'm there. La
That's
Liga.
actually
I've already
really
said I'm
cool,
doing La
yeah.
Liga watch-alongs, but yes, I am missing United games 100% to watch El Clasico and Madrid and Barca. You know, that's when we're just
I'm-
laughing.
They'll be doing
Oh,
La Liga and Premier League joint ones. Or be, oh, what happened with United? They score. Nope. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Back
facts.
to the game.
So it is. I catch the highlights.
Yeah, I'll do a
Catch
little
the-
goal watch. That's all you're getting from me, bro. I hear you got to protect your mental state, bro. I would have done the same thing if they kept Poch. Which is again why every reaction I see from United fans, I'm grateful to God. God is good.
Yeah, boy stayed in World Cup, I would have been dead, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy for real. From the Spurs
Mhm.
perspective. Nah, I would actually.
I've told everyone like I'm done. I'm done mocking people with their managers now. That 1 year was enough for me. I'm not doing it again. None of that Ollie stuff. None of the Arteta stuff. I'm gonna mock the players. I'm gonna mock the club. When it comes to manager, nah, it's too much PTSD right now. Man's suffering.
So, but I respect that still.
Hey man, apparently you were wrong to sack Poch in it. Just saying, he sort of fixed it at the end. Of the
Hey, we
That's
will
what I-
see
that-
next
that's
season.
What I heard from some Chelsea fans in it. I'm just saying.
Don't worry, man. All the receipts are there, bruv. They better hope we stink next season. Otherwise, I'll be the most unbearable Chelsea YouTuber on the net. All the shit that I've had to deal with the last couple months. Cool. You better be correct. Because I am very excited for next season. Very excited.
That's fair.
I get it. New season optimism must be nice, man. Must be nice.
Midfield's gonna cook. Our attacker has already been cooking, even with Poch. It's just a defense. And like, I'm not writing any of them off until next season, so we will see. Yeah, man. I believe in progress. Progress. You get me fourth, you get me the Conference League. I'm happy. And we've even got Fatter turning around. Thank God. None of your Poch militancy bullshit.
Hey, Fats is on it, man. He's saying it's coming home. It's coming home. That's what he's been saying.
What, Gallagher, Foden, and
Watkins?
I saw
Watford
that.
3? Watford 3
I saw
was
that
it.
clip.
Yeah, that was it. You got it right. Gallagher, Watkins, Foden. Yeah, that was it.
I didn't
I
even
agree with
mind
the
it
Watkins
until he said
part.
Gallagher
Watkins
front
is actually
three.
perfect for that Spain game for England. Like, perfect. But fucking Gallagher, oh my God.
Yeah, man. So he can do a job on Rodri.
Them three in the team, though, like, I'm not even that annoyed about it. It's just front three.
Yeah,
You want
If
Gallagher
you
in the
put
front
Gallagher to do
three?
a job on Rodri, I could understand that. But
Oh,
like,
you know
front three,
who you make do the job on Rodri that's actually better than Gallagher? Bellingham. If you want to do a
that's
job
true.
on him,
What,
put
big
Bellingham on Rodri.
Bellingham on him, yeah.
Yeah,
Bellingham.
I ain't trusting Bellingham like that.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
I'm just a Bellingham all tournament, man.
Yeah.
and Bellingham's something useful.
Bellingham
You know what I'm
before. Bellingham.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
He better become the
Imagine-
most hated man in
imagine a front three
Spain
that had-
on Sunday, bro.
Imagine a front three that had Watkins and Gordon in it, just that pace against Spain.
Yeah,
That would
facts.
be perfect.
Gordon should have been getting
Yeah,
minutes. I've
honestly.
been saying this.
Yeah.
He
So
should
how
have
he's
been
looking-
Kane should have been dropped time ago in this tournament, man.
getting-
Yeah, he only came on against.
Yeah,
was
I
it
hear
Slovenia?
it, just not in the front three. The midfield core.
Rodri's biggest fit. No, he didn't say it himself.
No, I bet he didn't say that. I bet he didn't
check.
say that.
Let me
Rodri
check.
was in an interview
No
and said, my
lie.
biggest fear is Conor Gallagher.
I don't
Sure.
think
I'm looking at him a bit sus if he said that, but one sec.
Go on, Jan, what are you saying?
No, I don't think Rodri is scared of anyone, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's
Okay,
Rodri.
he's ready to turn up. He's turning up. I just hope that he has a great final, and I want to see him lift that trophy. I can't lie.
That poor guy is getting burnt out so
Look
much
at
as
look
well.
at Jan hating. Is it not coming home, Jan?
I
What's
know.
going on?
It needs to go home to Spain. That's where it needs to go.
This is outrageous.
Listen, I have my personal agenda, and
Yeah, we know.
Rodri's
Selfish.
that Ballon d'Or, man.
How many
He
trophies has
deserves it.
Rodri got?
That guy has been brilliant. Like, this is the thing, like Ryan's saying, the guy's burnt out. He's playing like 50 games a season, and he'll have like one bad game out of 50. Everyone else, they have dips in form. Like, you have maybe a month where they're not so good, and then they'll get back to their best. We see it with everyone, like, you know, Mbappe, Bellingham, all of them, Vinicius, all of them have had dips in the season where they've not been great, and then they've gone back to their best. Rodri doesn't have a dip. Like, he got suspended for 3 games. We lost 3 out of 3.
Yeah, your record without him was
Drew one. We drew.
putrid.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because you
I
know what?
There was a time last
Have
season I was calling him Rodri FC. I can't even lie.
Nah, it's because Calvin Phillips wasn't there, man. Pep didn't have the Calvin Phillips tag.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Don't remind me of Calvin Phillips,
Nah,
man.
flawless.
reason why we lost the 3 games.
Well, did you hear what Danny
There's no
Carvajal
quote in
said? Danny Carvajal said he's trying to get Rodri every day to tell him to come to Man City. I'm like, yo, Tchouameni must be pissed hearing that. Genuinely.
Yeah, get Rodri to Madrid. I'm with that, man.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Tchouameni's
Imagine
like, what
how
did he say? Fuck
Tchouameni
me for?
feels when hearing that his own teammates saying, like, I'm telling Rodri to come City every day.
Yeah, but
Competition.
he's saying it like Rodri is not from Madrid. Like, Rodri, that's
Yeah,
where
he is.
from.
He's Atletico. Yeah.
He's from Madrid, so
Yeah.
it'd be going back home for him. But the thing is with Rodri, like, he's so key for us. Like, there's no way. To be fair, I think, because I know we've not gotten to City yet, but transfer-wise, there's not much going around. It's the same sort of players. Danny Olmo.
I was going to say that I've got nothing on City.
Yeah, 2-3 years now we've heard Danny Olmo to City. I don't think it's going to happen. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. I like him, but yeah, I don't know. We just need a backup for Rodri. Even Rodri himself is now coming out to say, look, I can't do it anymore. Like, it's too much, because it's not like his position is a position like a striker where he can walk around the pitch until it's his time to make a run, or, you know, that Haaland doesn't spend the whole game running.
Yeah.
Rodri, his position demands him to be everywhere. So it's one of the most demanding. I reckon DM is probably the hardest position to play on the pitch. And he's doing that consistently. And it's not like City
why I'm
where
a
it's
DM
like, we can lose a few games. Like, it's fine. Like, he has to win every game as well. Like, if we don't win, it, you know, it's ridiculous what's in the media and stuff. Everything's a failure. So yeah, I think he can't do it on his own. We need someone that he's willing to sit on the bench, because Rodri can't be dropped, like, only when he needs a rest. Or it's not so much that. It's like,
Why are you just going to sign Kimmich?
well, we've been linked to Kimmich for years as well. Pep loves him, obviously, but I don't know. Like, we'll have to see who we get.
I reckon Kimmich would definitely go Man City, because I know he wants to be Bayern. He'd 100% go Man City.
Pep's worked with him before, so Pep loves him. But I just think I don't know. Like, I think it's got to be someone, because the thing, it'd be nice to take Rodri off at 2-0 and not risk losing the game. I remember there was a game, I think, was it West Ham? I think we were 2-0 up and we took Rodri off and we almost lost the game. I think there was, I can't remember which game it was. It was a game, and it might not have even been a team as good as West Ham. It was a game where we were fully in control. We were winning the game. Pep thought, I'll take Rodri off. Calvin Phillips came on and it almost ended in a draw. So yeah, we need someone that comes on.
Okay,
and
so that was 2 seasons ago then.
that Rodri got off. So yeah, we'll see. To everyone in the comments saying he's athletic, that's another reason why I don't think he would go to Madrid. You don't really go from Atletico.
I've seen it before. Courtois did it.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah, Courtois had family that he'd left behind there.
Do that. I don't know who Rodri actually supports, like boyhood club. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might be Atletico. I'm not sure.
Do you know the story about Raul, by the way, with Atletico?
What was the Raul story?
So basically, Raul was actually at Atletico. He was an Atletico fan, boiled Atletico fan. He was with their academy, but Atletico's president at the time, Jesus Gil, I think, terrible president, right? He decided to get rid of the Atletico Academy, basically like fold it because apparently it cost him too much money and shit. And Raul obviously got released because the academy folded. Went to Real Madrid, became one of their biggest legends.
Okay.
Literally, he was at Atletico. He was a boyhood
Atletico as a kid.
I've heard his story, Raul, about how like he wasn't originally in the beginning, like they were saying he wasn't good enough, and he was staying like behind after training and just learning and learning and learning. And he actually went on to be one of their best players. But at the beginning, they were saying he wasn't quite good enough. It's quite an interesting story. I watched like a documentary on him years and years ago. But yeah, it's quite interesting. But I think I don't know, like you do see players jump across, like, you know, Kobe Mainoo might want to come join Foden for that Stockport link up at Man City, but yeah, it's unlikely. You support.
Excuse me? I thought you said Rodri don't want to be on the bench. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see Kobe play. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be getting bench minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Kobe is a lot younger than Rodri.
We know who's who. You know what I'm saying? Last time they ran into each other in the final, we know who's who. You don't want them problems.
Can I just say though, that Stockport link up in that game was looking good. To be fair, I can't lie. Stockport players were carrying that England team, you know. In that game. Before that, England haven't looked good, but that was actually, to be fair to England, they deserve to be in the final after how they played in that game. But
definitely. But if you think that,
it's coming on.
If you think that England are going to dominate the ball the way they did against Netherlands against Spain, that's not happening. Like,
you know what?
That's why I had a bit of hope for the Netherlands. It was more Switzerland that was my problem.
Yeah.
Netherlands didn't impress me either. The whole
Netherlands
tournament.
were not good this time. You know, that's why I think there's one advantage for Spain, which, in my opinion, which I don't think people are talking about. The fact that Spain have already played like two tough teams on paper in Germany and France. I think that puts them in a better position. They'll be more prepared for playing like a tough team on paper. England are going straight from playing like a Netherlands. Like England's hardest team they played is probably Switzerland or Netherlands, and they're going from that to playing Spain. Like that's such a big gap in quality that I just feel Spain are probably
simply because it's a final. England have a chance because
100%.
Oh, of course.
Spain, Spain have a lot of chances that they don't convert. They do score goals. They have so many chances that they don't put away. And I think in a final, if they go and do that, like there was a game, I think it was the one against Germany. Yamal should have had about 4 goals himself, and he didn't score once. Like that sort of thing. They need to be clinical, Spain, because if they're not clinical, England will have a chance. Because you know what England are like? They're quite fluky. They're a bit like France. They're a bit fluky. Like they will get a penalty, or they will get. You know, they'll blast.
Oh, that was a penalty the other day.
And go in, or it will, own goal or something like that. So
the one England got against Netherlands.
Oh, it was in a pen, but yeah, England. All jokes aside, England they got a prayer against Spain.
If Spain perform, Spain wins. Simple as that. If Spain perform on Sunday, Spain will win. 100%.
You're asking for so many disaster classes.
Yeah, you're
from
asking
the
for
midfield,
to go
from the
wrong for
wings.
Spain, in my opinion.
One thing I'll give credit though to England though is the way they defend, like with the centre backs and stuff.
It's unlikely.
I mean, yeah, but like with a defensively minded system, I think that's always going to come across, though.
No, but I don't even think England's defending is anything like unbelievable, though. Like, I still
Just
think
look at centre-back
England can.
It's more the mindset because they're more defensively minded. They
defense
can
can
serve the
definitely
ball
go out.
more. There's less chances.
They can definitely be got. I'm just saying, like throughout this tournament, especially with the centre backs, I think like Gurhey, especially is.
But then you have to realise that
out the past couple of games as well. Like I don't think
you have to realise the quality of teams they're playing as well. They're not playing. They've not been playing quality over Spain. Like they've been playing.
I just think they'll be got more in the fullback positions. Like Yamal's got.
Yamal against Trippier could be a bloodbath.
Yeah, that could be ridiculous, man. But that's the thing. Even if Shaw was fully fit as well, I think Shaw would struggle against Yamal as well. Like,
I don't think Shaw will start that game though. He might start his first game in like 5 months. I don't think that'll happen. But
yeah, even with Williams and Walker, like Walker has not impressed me at all this tournament. He's frustrated me a lot.
To be fair, Walker. I'll be fair to Walker. He had a good game last time. I actually think he's probably the best suited in England to stopping Williams.
But
I mean, listen, I'm a Liverpool fan. I love Trent to bits, but I do admit that Walker's probably the best choice for this Spain game. I'll be
for this specific.
about it.
for this specific game, even though I've wanted to change this throughout the tournament, you probably can't change too much when you're getting to a final. Like you've already got there with the players that you've got. Maybe only a couple of tweaks, in my opinion, just with the striker, just with maybe Palmer in. Like I think Watkins needs to come in. Like Watkins has earned it.
Watkins has to play instead of Kane, 100%.
Yeah,
Without
like
Southgate, you know what Southgate's done.
Because Kane's scoring it, and Kane's on for the Golden Boot against Olmo, innit? So whoever.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be 6 Golden Boot winners this tournament.
Really?
Should just give it.
They're all on 3 goals, and they're not going to change it based off assists or minutes.
How many did Gakpo get? 4?
3.
I think he got 3 too.
He got.
Oh, but yeah, the last one got given as an own goal. The one against Turkey did.
So it's Olmo, Gakpo, the Georgian striker, can't say his name, Harry Kane, Musiala, and Schranz from Slovakia. They're all on 3 goals.
Well, Olmo's going to want to score, definitely.
Olmo and Kane, they both can change it.
He's going to have to play to win.
Jammy little penalty and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, England get a pen, probably. Do you know what? I think if you're looking at the score of the whole, like Spain definitely deserve to win, but just the fact that it's a final, anything can happen. Final.
Oh yeah.
And we think England have been quite lucky, and Spain have been quite unlucky in terms of like goals. Do you know what I mean? So I just think with Spain, if they don't take their chances, if they're not clinical, it's the midfield battle. Fair enough. I expect Rodri to be the best in the midfield. However, it's not all down to him. Do you know what I mean? They all need to play together.
Well, Fabian Ruiz has been playing really well next to him.
Yeah,
so.
Really. To be fair, there's no one in Spain because I'm really impressed by Cucurella. I think he's played really.
He's been really good.
He's been really good. Yeah.
I didn't want to jinx him, so I've not said too much, but he has been playing really well. So there's no one. Laporte's been good. There's no
this guy.
Bad.
They have been. No, you're right. Ruiz and Olmo have been very good carrying out of a scrub.
What do you think about Morata this tournament?
Okay,
he's been average. He's been average.
Yeah. Okay.
Not good.
Hey, I need
bad,
17-18 Morata back on Sunday.
He's just been a foil for the other two. He's just been occupying, decoy running, busy, try hard.
No,
you know what? That's the best way to use him. It's the best way to
decoy runner.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Link up and just run around. Open up some gaps. Not you one-on-one with the keeper. No, not you. No, unless
England, they got prayer. I hear it's a fine. They even seeing the ball. If England have more than 30% possession, I'd be very surprised. They are not seeing the ball. I watched these men retreat after scoring against Slovakia. Go do that.
These men can't go 1-0 down again and expect to come back against Spain.
Yeah, but despite all that, people believe me, man. It's coming home. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Conor Gallagher front three, yeah,
man, 100%. And you should believe me, even though I'm lying. Let's go.
You know what? Even if the England play, like England are very interesting because I'm watching it because I haven't really watched. Well, I have watched the England games, but I haven't really watched it with any sort of degree. But I did watch the Netherlands one properly, and I'm seeing some of the players don't even want to pass to each other. So they need to play as a team. Like Spain are a team. You can see they're one team. But England, you see Bellingham wants the Ballon d'Or, so he ain't trying to pass to no one. You know, you've got it's a bit of a mess, to be fair.
Bellingham's been trash as well.
Very lucky competition because it's not.
If we win, that Ballon d'Or prop is going to be fucking.
He's getting Ballon d'Or if England win it.
Hey, Ballon d'Or, man, let's go.
No, I mean, if England win us, it's got to go to Foden. It's got to go Foden. Just out of shame.
Wait, the PR of him alone, he's already won it. He's not even been good. Everything that he's been doing, okay, he scored the overhead goal, that was great. But apart from that, he hasn't been doing. But it's the PR on the pitch. You can see, games where it's like, right, take him off now. He's not doing anything. He'll stay on. So yeah, he's definitely won it. If England win that, he's won it, and that's why I need Spain to win this.
But even Bellingham's champion. If you look at the Champions League run for Madrid in the knockouts, Bellingham was pouring all those knockout games pretty much.
Yeah, it wasn't talked about enough.
He was trying to gaslight me like I wasn't in the stadium watching him with my own eyes. He did fuck
he wasn't good.
Nah, you were hating, man. You were hating, Jan. Hating.
Tell you that. He scored a penalty, to be fair to him, but so did Edison. So where do we go from here? Do you know what I mean? It's Yeah, no.
Yeah. The same thing like when we talk about England defending as well. Like Spain, the way they've been defending, you can't be playing Kane the way they've been defending because like they've defended everything very well out the pitch. If you got Watkins, you're going to stretch that Spain defense.
Watkins
I actually
has to
think
play
their
against
centre-backs,
Spain.
the Spain centre backs have actually defended really well. Like when they've been tested, like even in the big games and just throughout this tournament. So Watkins is the only way where you can stretch them and create more space for the other attackers. Like I don't mind if England sit back because obviously Spain are going to have more of the ball, but you actually got to be good on the counter if you want to actually just sit back and put some bodies forward, have a bit of cohesiveness as well. But I just don't think that. I think England are still going to try and press a little bit, but just not have the ball and just get opened up. Probably a bit too much, in my opinion. But it'll be a big for like Guehi and Stones, for example. Like they'll have a lot to do after like Williams and Jamal just test our fullbacks, especially like Walker and Trippier against Jamal Williams. I know Walker is not a bad matchup with Williams, but especially in this tournament, despite the last game, I still don't have any confidence in Walker going up against Williams.
No, I fully understand why you say that because it's like, yeah, England are getting moved to.
England,
everything is in Spain's favour pretty much going into this game.
England
facts.
What they need to do is just defend with their lives and hope that something happens at the other end, whether that's a penalty, whether that's a dodgy own goal, whether a Cucurella slips, something, and then hope for the best. Or corners.
But the thing is, Southgate actually has the
Oh
tools to be
shit!
able to... What?
Oh shit! Ornstein bomber.
Ornstein bomber.
Chelsea turned down initial bid from Kepa. Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't kill me.
Why? But why?
Hey man, talks are continuing. It's not like they pulled out. Just
that's true.
Accept the first offer and get rid of the scrub. Bro, he's got 1 year left.
They better not lose him on a free. They better not lose him on a free. I'll tell you that.
Hey, Chelsea talks continue with Al Ittihad plus other clubs.
How much was offered?
Well, Al Ittihad will offer a lot, I would think.
Yeah, they're the club who brought Fabinho for us for 40 million.
So that means, hey, put up the cash, man.
Offer. Okay.
They want the big monies.
How we got 40 mil for Fabinho last season, I still don't know.
Yeah, but
it's a great way to extort him.
Their league to watch it.
They just do book value, yeah.
Even though Laporte shouldn't be playing in Saudi already, I think he's still.
Yeah, he's too good for Saudi.
He's had a great tournament.
Yeah,
he's been brilliant. He's been brilliant.
They haven't talked about Spain's defence enough, to be honest.
He had to knock France out after the whole drama with Deschamps.
There's nothing else in the page.
So I'm not surprised. He played really well against
him. Fabrizio's tapped in now. All
Laporte
right,
does have bozo moments in him, though. So that's another thing that England can hope for.
That's why you need Watkins to test him, to stretch that back line. Yeah. Kane's not going to do anything. He's going to be playing right wing back half the time.
He is a bit of especially in big games where the world's watching, like Champions League for us. He used to always have his disaster classes in the Champions League, in the knockout stages. So, yeah, I hope for his sake that he plays well. I really do. But, yeah, if anyone is going to have a bozo, it's probably going to be him.
I want to know how much they offered for Kepa. Yeah, Maldini, I get. That was initial reactions in it. It's always a bit of head loss. Now I'm a little bit calmer about it. First bid rejected. Okay, I want to know how much they offered. I want to know how much his book value is too. But I guess there's more than just talks now, thankfully. Everything I saw from before just felt like another just repost. This is actually a bit of an update. We've rejected the first bid. Cool. All right. I know this will still drag on for a couple weeks because he's hoping Lewin leaves Real Madrid and doesn't re-sign his contract because he's begging to go back there. But the one thing I like is Fabrizio's at least said this. He is leaving. We won't have to deal with Sanchez versus Kepa next season. Like, giving Sanchez the number one was risky enough. And like, as much as I'll give like Maresca the time to try and cook with that, I'm not too keen on him.
That's probably the
like,
most
you can do that if you want.
Kepa,
no.
He's so bad. Like, I'm sorry. I've never rated Robert Sanchez. Like, even at Brighton. Like, do you know when people talk about his distribution being good? Whenever he gets pressed, he fumbles with the ball all the time. Like he may be good with the distribution when nobody's on him, but even then, you can't really rely on him. And this is a manager
Even
that
then,
wants
it's
to play
only
up
good
good.
at a long pass. If it's
Yeah.
the short pass, this brother makes the dumbest decisions.
Everyone remembers that Arsenal game where he literally gave Arsenal the chance to come back into the game. I think it was a Declan Rice goal, was it?
Yeah.
When Robert Sanchez
Yeah.
literally gave it to him. Like
Yeah.
he's never been that good, even at Brighton. I've never got it. I've never got
He
the
had
hype.
some
Like, was that
bozo
one-
moments against us for Brighton. I remember when he almost he almost took like Luis Diaz's head off. I remember once, and then there was this goal we conceded. He conceded against us at Anfield. He was a corner, and he came and flapped it. Completely missed the ball, and they scored an own goal. Like he's a bozo, Robert Sanchez. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, people only refer back to that FA Cup semi-final game. I think it was semi-final against Man United, where it was at Wembley, and he pulled off all those saves. But that is the only game where I've seen him like be like a proper sick goalkeeper, make yourself known, make yourself big, etc. Other than that, it's just bozo moments either from cross collecting or distribution. And you're meant to be a ball playing goalkeeper. There's a reason.
Oh wait, so you saw the cross collecting issues before he even joined us?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Brighton. It was,
So it's not even just a confidence, brother's just shit.
yeah.
Oh my!
The guy's been shit. Bro. The guy's been shit. Like, I always said
Here's me thinking it was just that one Leicester game and his confidence was in the toilet. Okay,
no. Like literally, like it, obviously, like I think it was like a couple of seasons ago now. Like they were talking about David Raya at Brentford and Sanchez at Brighton. I always said, even though Raya's had his bozo moments as well, I see way more in David Raya than I do with Sanchez. Even with David Raya, when he was first settled into Arsenal, I generally think it was the big stage and the nervousness because I never saw some of the stuff he was doing, even that Brentford the mistakes he was making initially. I think sometimes the game gets to him, but with Sanchez, I just generally think he isn't that good. Like he's never really been that good cross collecting and distribution. He's meant to be a ball playing goalkeeper. Never made sense to me. Not getting a keeper's a keeper's going to stress you out next season.
Here's me already trying to inhale copium for this whole Robert Sanchez situation, and now I think I'm about to overdose on it. Great, fucking great. Hey, Maresca, I hope you're a miracle worker, man. Because if not, I want to see you sign to get Petrovic to play out the back.
You're honestly better off trying that because it's not like Robert Sanchez's distribution is great anyway. So you might as well just play the better goalkeeper with the bad distribution.
Mm-hmm. So. I hear it. This just okay, cool. At least Kepa's going to go. That I'll be happy with. I don't care if it's Madrid. I don't care if it's Al Ittihad. As long as you don't come back to Cobham again, I'm happy. In terms of goalkeeping situation, look, if we're good defensively, we might be able to cope. I hope Sanchez has a good season, but like,
it's not happening.
Logic. I'm trying to use like any logic tells me I don't see it.
No, man.
I want to believe it. I'm just trying to tell myself that it could work with no evidence, which I feel like might like improve things. Maybe as a good preseason, but again, straight inhaling copium on this one.
Yeah, you can't even look too far into preseason with that. Even if he has a great preseason, when there's pressure and there's Premier League and it's week in, week out and all of that stuff, and he's going to get tested just every week. A new defense, new manager, new system. You might still be settling in. The system, like, it might get exposed at times. And Robert Sanchez just getting tested week in, week out. You're going to see him back to be Robert Sanchez again.
Hi, Chloe. Did you see the latest Ornstein update? Hope you're all right.
Gallagher stan, it's crazy.
Gallagher and Kepa, bro. She's gonna have a rough summer.
Gallagher, damn.
Big up DK saying I'm back, Lewis. How you been, my Christian brother? Big up, bro. I hope you're good. Hope you enjoyed your holiday, man. And big up to Sheik TV saying shout out the panel and Lupard. Big up, my guy. Big up. Yeah, we're gonna be redirecting over to the Sarcasm City TV Pro Clubs in just a little sec as well.
Oh shit, let me set that stream up.
Yeah, let me know when you set that up and I'll redirect.
I wasn't even gonna go live on the gaming channel, but now you said it, let me set that up. Big up Sheik though, every single time.
Yeah, shout out to Sheik. Good news, I guess. Like, yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the more happier I am about this. Those Itthad links are serious. It's not just, they're talks, but this will drag out for a few weeks. These man dropped a bid.
Look at Lewis's face.
Actually,
money or something. Look at this guy.
It's literally that, bro. Do you know how many years we spent trying to find money for this fucking fraud? We have tried to sell this guy every year since 2020, and the only thing that we got was one loan offer from Real Madrid because fucking Courtois done his ACL.
Oh, man.
That's it. In 4 years, 4 summer windows, we never got one bid. We got a bit close with, I think, was it Lazio? And then they went for somebody else. Hey, you know what? We have an offer. We have someone we're talking. We got 2 clubs we're talking to. If they get rid of Lewin, Madrid might come back. Yeah, you know what? I'm not as annoyed. All right, cool. Come back and deal with us soon in a little sec once he's figured out if he wants to go Madrid or not. Nice. And yeah, get the fuck out my club. Get the fuck out my club, bro.
Yo, look at Lewis's joy. Yo,
Sorry, yeah, this is another leaving party I've been trying to sort out for years.
Yeah, fairs.
I said selling our best keeper. Petrovic is better than Kepa. Petrovic is much better than Kepa. Robert Sanchez, look,
No.
Petrovic is better. Petrovic is much better.
Yeah.
Wow, what a change of emotions in 20 minutes. I love this football club. Fucking hell.
Just have the
Fuck's
time
sake,
over
man.
there.
Mike, just on West Ham, I see Duran's now linked to you guys.
Yeah.
Instead of us. I think it's probably better off.
Yeah, so basically, obviously, I think it was on Tuesday where John Duran was linked and it was like 35 million and it's close to being agreed. I think it's going to accelerate after the Copa America final because obviously he's with Colombia. He sits on the bench, so he doesn't play. So, so I think on Monday you're going to see that deal accelerate. Obviously, we've needed a striker for years. Like the striker curse at West Ham is genuinely unbelievable. Like we haven't had a great striker that's actually consistent before I was born. Like so,
who was the last one? Who would you say was the last one?
Do you know what? Honestly, like only in my lifetime, probably Diafra Saka in 14-15, and at times Andy Carroll. But even before my time, we're talking like 90s, 80s, probably like Tony Cottee and Trevor Morley and all these old black and white players.
Wasn't Demba Ba good there for a time?
Yeah, do you know what? He was only there for 1 season though. That was the problem.
Yeah.
So like all the people we've had up front have either been converted to a striker or have not suited the system that the manager wants to play. So with John Duran, I'm not expecting instant results because even though he's been in the Premier League before, he's never been a regular starter in the Premier League. You can just know that he's suited the physicality of it. We've tried to get a striker for years. Obviously, the Skamaka one was bad because Moyes being Moyes, he doesn't know how to set up a system without Antonio in it. So that's why he failed, and that's why Sebastian Haller failed. But that's just the truth. Like Antonio has pretty much tried to carry West Ham for years and years, but we haven't ever helped him out with any sort of actual competition. So unfortunately, it's still probably going to be about 40 million for Duran. We're close to agreeing a fee with Aston Villa. Now it is excessive, but I get it. They're looking to the future. We've literally got the perfect squad to look for the future as well because of the amount of experienced players that we have. Like we literally had the highest age average squad last season, us and Fulham. But guess what? David Moyes. That's David Moyes. Like if they're old, they're just his type, man. They're just his type. That's his type in terms of footballers, man. But like that's why Aaron Cress, like even with this club, like Aaron Cresswell's got a year deal. I can't believe he's still here. Like big up Antonio. Like he's the only one that's actually at that age and hasn't really fallen off. But other than that, like we're going in a different direction because of the technical director we have, and there's a different structure at the club. But we're actually like it will almost align with like how other clubs are doing it, where you buy.
I see you doing the 7-year thing now.
Yeah. With Max Kilman as well. Like that's I think we're paying that 40 million over 5 years, and obviously a sell-on clause has gone to Maidenhead. So that's why Wolves were charging so much. So obviously the non-league club getting like 5 million. That's big for them. But they're obviously managed by a West Ham legend as well, so it actually helps. But that's what's mainly going on right now. We're just trying to find a striker, but it seems to be John Duran. I think we're going to get the here we go probably next week because obviously Copa America going to end, and he wants to leave Villa because he fell out of Unai Emery pretty much instantly. I pretty much saw reports of that like 4 months into his reign at Aston Villa, and he seems like a good player. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not expecting anything instant when it comes to him. Like obviously it'll be good competition between him and Antonio because you have one very experienced striker, one who's just pretty much a prospect. But we are going in the direction of trying to lower the age of the squad. Obviously, we've got Kudus from last year. We bought Guilherme from Brazil. We've been interested in Wesley. Like we've been interested in that Jadon Philogene guy. Obviously, not going to move to us. He's gone to Villa now. but we're trying to do what other clubs do as well, like buy players that are very expensive, young, and then obviously probably try and sell them on. Like as much as Lewis Gilherme is probably signed for now, even though he's young, I think he's going to become like the main man once a big player leaves, like a Mohamed Kudus might leave probably next season, I assume, just because I think the club were expecting to sell Paquetá this summer and then let Kudus go next summer when other clubs come in for him, and then we buy in advance to then replace them. I think we've needed to go in that direction for a while as well, because we always just have old players and then lose them on a free anyway. And then we keep them for sentimental reasons. Like we finally let Angelo Agbona go. Like he's been there for like 8 years or something. And he's finally gone. But players like Cresswell are still here. Players like Antonio are still here. Like the squad is the average age of about 52. We need to lower that age.
How old's Cresswell?
Cresswell is about 34, 33. Like
fucking hell, I thought it was mid-20s.
No, the guy's senile. Like, like literally, watching him play left back is totally horrible.
So you need a left back.
Shut up, you're older than me.
No, because these Chelsea fans have been trying to sell me chill for the past 3 weeks now. It's so annoying, man. Like, we've got two left back. We don't need another one.
Yeah, now you're going for Duran. I'll leave the Lukaku picture alone. But
yeah. That's the thing. Like, we're on a big rebuild this summer. Obviously, we've got a coach that can actually put players together and actually, play on the ball and stuff. Obviously, Moyes, when he got a rebuild, he just decided to just not play any of the players, even though he wanted all of them, which doesn't make any sense. But with Lopetegui, he'll actually coach and actually get the best out of what he has. And I like the new direction we're going in, but we're still a long way to go. We've got many positions that we still need to address, in my opinion. But we actually seem to be getting business done early. We signed 4 players last summer, and they were all in August. And it was all right at the end. We didn't sign anyone in July, didn't sign anyone in June. Now we're actually signing players in June and July, which is a big difference from last year in itself. So I'm happy with what we're doing right now.
Decent. Sounds like you guys are, I guess, progressing a little bit, but you guys still have another couple areas to fix up in the squad. Do you feel like your team right now, as it stands, in a position where it could get into at least a Conference League spot again?
Yeah, because of the quality of the league isn't that great. So I think this is definitely like a Conference League almost squad. But like, if we actually want to get into Europe, I still feel like there's a few more positions we need to address. That needs to be the standard. I mean, we moved stadium to do that, but we were awful for like the first 5 years of actually being at the stadium. It was only until Moyes came in. What?
It's me, and I'm just dropping the link.
Oh fuck! Yeah, no worries, bro. Sorry.
But yeah, we're trying to get back into Europe. But I'm not expecting even to get back into Europe instantly. I'm just expecting like the new style of play and everyone to be integrated, everyone to know what they're doing, etc. The next season, I need to see us try and challenge for Europe because I feel like it's just a missed opportunity to not get back in a Conference League, etc. And even with like Newcastle and Aston Villa there and stuff like that, like Emery did it instantly. Postecoglou got his team straight back up into where they should be, etc. Like, Lopetegui may be a good coach, but I'm not expecting it instantly. But I demand to get back into Europe the next season and to challenge for cups, because I want a manager at my club to actually take cups seriously. It's not like we're the biggest club ever, but we actually still have a couple FA Cups in our cabinet. It's not like we're so such a stranger to this trophy, etc. We need to be going for cups because a lot of teams
got more heritage than Arsenal. Don't worry, man.
16th best in Europe. But yeah, that's the thing with I'm not expecting it instantly, but just the next season should be where we even top 4 places. I don't see why that is such a uphill battle from there. Like the top 4. No, it's not the top 4.
In the race, it's just a little bit of consistency that's needed, and not much more.
And you're going to see players like Jared Bowen, for example. He scored 20 goals, nearly 20 goals in the league last season. But he could probably score even more with the style of play that Lopetegui's going to play rather than David Moyes. Even with Mohamed,
pretty settled, to be honest.
Yeah, Bowen's pretty much going to retire here unless a disaster happens at West Ham. So, and the same goes for Mohamed Kudus.
You gotta build the fuck around him then, if that's the case. You got a player of that quality who's ready to stay at a club respectfully of West Ham's level. You got to build everything around him.
Oh yeah. That's what we should be doing. We still need a few positions to be addressed, and then I can start getting excited and happy. But I'm naturally pessimistic when it comes to my club. like just in general, like I've seen quite a lot of relegation battles, but my standards are high, my expectations are just very low. Like if that makes any sense.
No, I hear that. That makes sense. Highbury, of course, man. Any chance I get to dunk on your football club, I will take it. I will take it. Don't get it twisted, bruv. Game is the game. Charge it.
Don't just state the fact. West Ham do have better
man.
European heritage than Arsenal in Europe. This is why
We
we
climb up the European table, bruv.
Yeah, why are we mad at the facts?
Why am I still top 10 and I ain't been in the UCL for 2 years?
Facts, man. Like, yo, we just stay facts over here. Like, I'm being a whole Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Same difference. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is.
You got the best player in every position. You want to give us more money for Rice. You want to give Chelsea more money for Havertz. Come on,
she
man.
Knows it. She didn't say it. She knows
Win something.
Yeah. Win an existing European trophy, because the only other one that you got doesn't exist, I'm pretty sure.
Man. Cup with his cup. Yeah, that's right.
Ryan, just on Liverpool, what's going on with the whole Núñez situation? He ain't in any trouble, is he?
Nah, I think he'll probably get a ban for it. Whether it goes into club football or whether it's just going to be fixed to international, I'm not sure. I personally agree with what he did. You know, if your family's in danger and your family's in trouble, I think anyone, I think 99% of the world would react the way he did. You know, at the end of the day, it's your family, it's a different matter at the end of the day. It goes way beyond anything. So, I don't see how anyone can actually criticize Núñez for what he did. I've seen even some Liverpool fans, for some stupid reason, have a go at him for what he did. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? We actually should be backing him at this stage rather than you, man, having a go at him. Like, come on, man.
I will get a fine as a team because it wasn't just.
Well, he wasn't the only one who went into the crowd. Yeah, I think Araujo went in as well, but
I think
Núñez is the one that's definitely got the most kind of.
I think something with Ugate's family.
Yeah. I mean,
said the same thing basically.
Yeah, honestly, he shouldn't get banned for it. He should never get banned for what he did, but he will, unfortunately. Like I said, whether that's just going to be stuck to international or club or whether it goes into club football, I don't know. Innit? We'll just have to wait and see. I know Liverpool wanted to find out exactly what happened first, the full facts. They wanted to speak to Uruguay first, and they wanted to obviously Liverpool's priority was to check on Núñez and his family, see how they were doing, of course. So. His family seem okay. Him and his family seem okay, which is good. Just move on from what happened there. To be honest, I mean, it was just a mess. And
I think the only thing is he might get in a bit of trouble for is trying to lick that chair at the Colombian fans. Yeah. If anything,
he's carrying the chair, but he'll get a ban. But like I think we all understand, like Ryan said. We all would have done the same thing.
Makes sense. Exactly. When it's your family, it takes on a whole different kind of
thing. Trust, man did what a man had to do in the situation.
Exactly. To me, if you just stand back and you just let you, like, I have to question you if you'd have done that. I rate what Núñez did.
Didn't Eric Dyer do something similar a few years ago?
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Eric Dyer went up to the crowd.
He didn't end up throwing punches, but he went up to confront someone who was giving his brother stick.
And as professionals, put your family in a VIP box. Why are they in the crowd? Why? Especially a Copa America game, and they shouldn't. And of course, nobody should be attacked.
Colombian fans too.
Nobody should be attacked.
The security was a mess, though.
It's Colombia versus Uruguay in a semi-final.
Well, they need to pattern up. They got a Club World Cup next year and a fucking World Cup the year after.
But the security was an absolute joke. There was no police, no security. It was honestly
you know exactly what's going to happen. We knew before that it's Uruguay and Colombia in Copa America semi-final.
In America, it's different. So their fans will sit together and watch their teams play, and there's no trouble. It's like rugby league, is it?
Yeah.
Where everyone sits together. Like,
years
ago, like back in the day, like Liverpool and Everton fans would sit together, but now, like, that doesn't happen. So
that's
the thing is with America is they're seeing it as, it's going to be like soccer, like American soccer, and it's not. Like, it's always going to have that rivalry, especially with countries like that in South America. They maybe like a Jamaica and a like Argentina wouldn't have too much trouble, but like most of them clubs, there's always going to be some troublemakers in that crowd. So I just don't understand. I don't know why they weren't separated in the first place. Because like we've seen it before, you get players like I remember Cole Palmer was in one of our away ends once. But when you're with the fans, it's fine because everyone gets on. Like Liverpool fans are gonna protect Nunez's family. So even if one of them said something, like the majority of Liverpool fans would be like, no, we don't do that. Yeah, exactly. And they're gonna kind of stop it. Whereas when it's opposition fans, they're not gonna do that because what loyalty do they have to Nunez? So they have to be in that World Cup. They're gonna have to. I don't know whether because I know European games it isn't as like it's not like Premier League or Champions League where everyone's separated, but they need to do something because that's going to be a lot worse when it's like England fans and German fans and stuff like that. So
I think the answer's simple. You just look at the Qatar World Cup. They banned alcohol from each stadium. That's probably the most safest World Cup they've had. There was no trouble at that World Cup.
Yeah, that ain't happening this time, though.
Yeah, but stop seating. You know what? The whole oppositions thing, I get that. Stop seating fans together because all it takes is one.
Yeah,
it's a very hard thing to do. It's the same at cricket, though. Like even at cricket, you'll have the fans sitting together. Well, cricket is obviously a calm
can do it.
If you're kind of vibe though,
it's cordon off end.
Even in cricket, you have India-Pakistan fans. You can't really
seat them together, separate them so these things don't happen.
I've been to 2 cricket matches. One of them was New Zealand against West Indies, and that was fine because obviously there's no drama. And I went to India versus Pakistan in Pakistan, and that was fine. But I haven't cricket is a different vibe anyway. Cricket's not the football vibe. The football vibe is rivalry.
The game's too long to be beefing. You can't beef over cricket. You're there the whole day. I'm saying we can't be fighting the whole day. That's
man, India-Pakistan can, man.
Yo, imagine that. You fighting and they 10 overs in. Think about it. They 10 overs in and it's a 50 over match. We can't be fighting for 40
Well, you don't even know who's won till...
Yeah, you know that's long. Imagine fighting over a test match. We can't be fighting 5 days straight. It's long all day, every day. Nobody got time for that, man.
Fighting over a test match.
Nobody got time for that, man. Monday to Friday, swinging it up, down.
The English fans, give us a chance.
You don't even know who's won in cricket, so it's a bit. It's a bit different.
We try to watch
even like rugby, which is shorter, they can sit together in certain matches, but football's just a different vibe. Like my dad's always taught me never fight a football because you might be having a fight with someone who's your age, your size. Next minute someone 10 times the size comes in, and then next there's 5-on-1, and it's too dangerous. Like I've seen outside Wembley a woman get punched in the face. She was holding a kid's hand. I've seen some crazy stuff at football. So
I've heard of Tottenham fans beating up kids.
Not even, that's crazy, not even sometimes rival fans.
And Tottenham away don't play.
Fight each other. Liverpool fans will fight each other. So that they need to sort it out for the for that American World Cup because I don't see it going smoothly if they continue like that. Because if the players' families are getting attacked, it's going to be a lot worse for the average fan who isn't anyone. Do you know what I mean? So.
It happened. Sorry, it happened again against us last year with that Alkmaar.
I think I remember the West Ham thing.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was it wasn't even the crowd fans; it was people that broke into the stadium that were all dressed in black from Alkmaar. The security was that bad; they went and attacked the West Ham family and sitting with the West Ham legends. So you had Marlon Harewood trying to fight these Alkmaar goons. While the security was just standing there, and the fans were just literally West Ham fans that were next to them had to come and protect the families and just start punching them because they were going to invade the whole family and to start beating them up. I'm pretty sure some of them had like weapons and stuff. Like the players came round and tried to fight as well. Like Flynn Downs was trying to fly kick someone because someone was going after his family. Like Antonio was there. Like but he broke into the stadium, but our fans got banned from Europe for a game because of that. Even though we were attacked, it doesn't make any sense. We got banned for an away day because of that. It doesn't make any sense.
Fucking hell, man. Because no, it actually does. English fans, they always get blamed for everything. That's why we always get the worst police wherever we travel to.
Yeah,
France, Italy, Spain, fucking Spanish police are arseholes, absolute dickheads. Every single one of them. They are bastards.
Mm.
When it's Spanish away days, I try not to be around the away fans too much. I'm not getting involved in that cordon. Their man are looking for any reason to just hit you over the head.
Like
So fuck all that.
Like we got banned from Europe in a game when we were in the Europa League a couple of years ago because one of our fans threw a flare on the pitch. But you're allowed to, the opposition fans always have flares in the stadium. Always, like when they score, they always throw on the pitch as well. But we got banned for a game for that as well. Just because a fan threw a flare on the pitch. It happens all the time. You don't see teams getting banned all the time. It doesn't happen.
No.
It's just against English fans in UEFA.
That's the thing. I think English fans always get looked at from a deeper microscope. It's mainly because of the past. But my thing is actually it was 30, 40 years ago, and you're acting like this generation of English fans moved the same. You're looking at a small minority who are usually banned from traveling abroad anyway. Especially when it's Chelsea. Ever since the Paris situation, the way they handle away tickets for European games is so much more secure. You have to be in the city on the day. You have to go to a certain area of the city where they're handing out tickets on the day. You have to bring your passport, your season ticket, or your membership card, all of that. And only then do you get the ticket. So there's no switches. There's no nothing.
That's mad.
So, yeah, well, at least that one I understand because like a bunch of racist Chelsea fans who are already banned ended up getting tickets to Paris. So it is what it is. A few people make it difficult for everybody else. Up the Chelsea. Great.
But in terms of Liverpool transfer news, I mean, I don't know what there is really. Like,
I saw some rumor about you lot offering Van Dijk to Atletico, and I don't believe that.
I've never seen that. I thought that was just some random weird account. There's no substance behind that.
Football 365. They've offered Van Dijk to Atletico, but they rejected it because they want a lower salary bill.
That sounds like a Graham Bailey headline.
Nah, to be fair, the only player we've been is really Gordon. That's it. Really. I know.
Yeah, that ain't happening, bro. You gotta let that go.
Nah, I think if we sell Diaz, I reckon with Gordon could actually happen. Genuinely, I reckon.
They got no reason to sell now. It's a new fucking tax.
He wants to leave though. He wants to come to Liverpool.
He wants to leave. Where?
Yeah. Even Newcastle journalists are saying that he wants to go to Liverpool. His head was turned when they started, because he's a boyhood Liverpool fan as well.
Yeah.
So he scouts for his boyhood Liverpool fan. So when Newcastle had that whole stuff a couple of weeks ago, and they were in talks with Liverpool, Gordon's head got turned, and he really wanted the move, and obviously it didn't go through. But yeah, his head still turned and stuff. That's why Newcastle were worried about it. Like, so I'm saying that if we sell Luis Diaz this summer, which could happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it could happen. We'll have to buy someone to replace him as an attacker, and I think then we'd go in for Gordon again. Because that's one thing we know he wants to move. Because even the Newcastle ones are saying it as well. So yeah. To be fair, Newcastle only have themselves to blame. To be honest, how could you? You literally offered one of your best players to his boyhood football club, and you're surprised that and you're worried that his head has turned. Obviously, his head was going to turn. Like Newcastle only have themselves to blame, to be honest with you. But honestly, for us, no, they do, don't they? Like they offer one of their best to his boyhood football club, where the city where he grew up.
Yeah,
Liverpool that's the thing. Love him. He would love to play for Liverpool. Says a lot of the ingredients.
You got Luis Diaz, man, coming off a great tournament. He's about to be a Copa America winner.
He's not even had a great tournament.
Nah, he's had a good tournament, fam. He's played well. You ain't even watched. This is the this guy can't even fool me. You ain't up late watching. I'm actually watching. Colombia have been very good. He's played well. He's not been brilliant, but he's played well. He's had a good tournament.
But I want Gordon over Diaz, man.
Yeah, man. Why not both?
I don't think that happens anytime soon now. Yeah, they'll just price you out of it unless he literally said, "I ain't going to training until you sort this move."
That's what he did at Everton, though. That's what he did. He did the same thing at Everton, Gordon. Exactly the same.
But like Everton, that's like relegation scraps and everything. At least for Newcastle, it's a guaranteed.
This is a chance to go to the club he supported. No competition. This is a chance to go to the club he supported to go play Champions League football as well. Newcastle don't have any European football, and I think he's only got 2 years left on his deal as well. So like. It's not like he's really got a long... his deal ends in 2026, his deal ends, so...
Have they got an extend? They got an option to an extend, though?
I don't think so.
No option, okay. Thanks.
How did they only sign him for, like... Well, they signed him in that January, so... technically it was
He's
3.5
actually making
years.
this deal make a bit of sense. Fuck.
Okay, definitely. Man,
expect that.
I said if we sell Luis Diaz, I think we get Gordon. I genuinely think we get Gordon. But the only thing is, I think he'd have to force a move though. But the fact is, he did it at Everton, and he got it in the end. So
that's the thing. Like,
I'd be very surprised if he did it at Newcastle because he didn't do much at Everton. There was a
No,
point
he
where
saved him
spending
he
that
helped
money
save
on
him
him
from
looked a bit
relegation.
weird.
no, he didn't save them from relegation, bro.
No, but I think
Like,
he helped him. He helped.
Yeah, he
him.
did play a part. Yeah, I wouldn't say he was like a key member or anything.
No,
No,
I
like
say you had Richarlison and Pickford.
Richarlison and
who were the
Pickford,
two,
yeah. Yeah, like
Richarlison
if
and
Gordon
Pickford.
moves to Liverpool, that Merseyside derby, oh my
Oh
god!
my,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I
At Goodison Park,
I
the
was saying that
fans.
to an Everton fan that I know from uni. I was like, bro, that derby, if that happens, fucking hell, that's gonna be.
I swear they
Yeah.
already don't like him because
They
They
hate
hate
him.
him because
They
of he
hate
forced
him.
his way out of Everton by not showing up to training for like 3
Yeah.
days. So like,
Eddie
But
Howe
then he goes to Liverpool.
and then he goes to. But that's the thing. He literally made no secret of the fact that he grew up as a Liverpool fan. His childhood hero Steven Gerrard. His best mate's Curtis Jones. Like he's not exactly making a secret of it.
No,
Like,
but that like
Okay, you know what,
I'd
Ryan?
love us to sign Gordon
Fair enough. I
personally.
thought you were just doing your troll bullshit where you were talking
Nah,
about
there's genuine room. There's a reason why Newcastle are worried about it because they literally know he wants to go to Liverpool. Even Steve said it. Like,
and I hope you lot don't get him either too, because like shit, that solves a lot of problems for you.
Would love us to. I'd love Gordon on the left for us. Like I know people are saying like Gakpo's been doing well on the left for Netherlands, but I'm still not convinced. By the way, I'm a big fan of Gakpo. By the way, as well. Flores knows I've been defending Gakpo for time, but like, I'd still much rather have Gordon on my left wing than Gakpo personally. I think Gordon's a better Premier League left winger than Gakpo with his pace as well. I have just my preference for my like pacey direct wingers, and Gordon's that in it. Gakpo's more of your ball to feet, get cut in, cross it in, shoot. Like I prefer my pacey wingers, man. Like,
or either one of them be better than Nunes on the left, or Diaz.
Diaz, yeah. But like in terms of other positions, like I don't know, Liverpool weird, man. I think they are trying to do business. It's just the fact that they just do it secretly under Edwards. It's always been like that under Michael Edwards. Suddenly it was quiet, and then suddenly a deal just comes like the Fabinho one a few years ago. So
what about Inori?
I think they really like him apparently, but it just depends. I think maybe Wolves are offering the valuation might be a bit too high. To be honest, I like Nori, but there's left backs I'd rather have over him. Like Robinson from Fulham, I prefer over Nori personally. I just think Nori and Trent in the same team, we might get be a bit vulnerable at the back there if that happened. To be honest with you, I think I prefer like Robinson for Fulham. But like if Nori came, I'd be fine with it because I do think we need a left back because Tsimikas is shit. I think he might go. Robertson, as much as I love Robertson, I don't think he's good enough to be a regular starter for us anymore. For like a team that wants to, compete for the biggest trophies, I don't think he's good enough for that anymore. So I do think we need a left back, we need a centre back, we need a DM, and we need a forward. We need like one player in each kind of like area of the pitch. So like, yeah, let's see what happens, man. Is what it is.
So
like
your attack came into question a lot like last season. Like, what attackers would you keep like at Liverpool? Like, do you still would give a lot of them a second chance, or do you think
to
a lot
be
of them?
Honest, you know what's crazy about them? I'm not really convinced with any of them at the moment because Salah's the one you think, but Salah ended the season so badly, and I do think he's slightly on the decline as well. I'd be interested to see how he fits in under Slot because from the way I see it, it's like Slot likes his wingers to be technical, like 1v1 wingers. I don't really see Salah as that, especially now. Salah's lost all form of pace as well. Like he's so slow now, genuinely. So as you know, I do think he's on the decline, but also is his contract situation as well. Like for me, he should either sign an extension or you just sell him this summer. One thing you cannot do is let him go on a free. That's just stupid. You let a player of Mo Salah's stature go on a free is ridiculous. So let's see what happens with that.
Seems like it's going that way.
Yeah, it does. It does seem like it's going that way, definitely. Jota's good, but injury prone. Don't care about if you get a decent offer, I'd sell him as well. There's no point in him being there if you're only fit for a third of the season. Nunes, again, I'd sell, but he's going to stay. Diaz, I'd sell. I think he could go. And Gakpo, I'd keep Gakpo, but, he's still got massive questions to answer. It's not as if I'm massively convinced by him. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of him, and, I do think I would like to see him stay, and he will stay, but, he's not exactly, like, pulled up many trees since he joined us. So, there's question marks over all of them, to be honest with you. So... yeah, I do think we definitely need one attacker at least, and I'd like that attacker to be Gordon personally. So
Gordon would be bad. Yeah,
Fair enough.
because
Yeah.
I used to think Gordon was shit as well.
Same.
Like before last season, I used
Yeah,
to
me
think he
too.
was crap. But he went up levels last season. I was he was the best left winger in the league.
When
factually, in
Lampard
my
said
opinion,
60 mil, I thought
last
he was
year.
playing against us.
Yeah,
Turns out that talent ID. I don't play.
Do you know as well? Like Eddie Howe, he squeezes whatever he can out of players. Like he had he did make mistakes last season. Don't get me wrong. Like
yeah,
it wasn't a great season for Newcastle, and they probably will need to have to upgrade when they get to a certain point. But that even when he was at Bournemouth to when he was at Newcastle, that there's a certain type of player that he just loves to squeeze out. Like Gordon's one of them. Like it's a bit like Ryan Fraser when he was at Bournemouth. When obviously before he like failed to get that big move and stuff. Like Eddie Howe tries to get the best out of players and does make certain players look better than they actually are. But at the same time, I think Gordon's gone up just like that every season. Like when he was at Everton, I thought, why on earth are Newcastle even getting him? I just didn't understand that. But it actually just made a lot of sense last season. Like he had a great season. Thought he should be in most people's team of the seasons last season.
I agree. He was the best left winger in the league for me last season. Mind you, the competition wasn't exactly good as well. But
it was awful. But he still delivered.
He still did well.
Delivered.
Like 10 goals, 11 assists. I think he won like 6 penalties as well that he didn't get to take or something as well. So like he did well last season in terms of everything. Output, it was very good. So yeah, I'd be buzzing if we signed Gordon.
Scored in every big game last season. Like
I think he scored against every top 6 at home last season as well. So
he thrives off that big game, like big moment, like with the crowds behind him and stuff like that. Like he thrives off those moments, like when
if he came Liverpool, his boiled club, his boiled fans, like
oh Lord of mercy, man! You sound like the Southgate inners trying to back it, say it's coming home, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at least Gordon's good.
Heartstrings.
Sounds like if we sell Connor, we riot, group.
Yeah. That's what it is. It says you will be successful here under Ten Hag. You shouldn't celebrate trophies. Man. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, that was Arsenal boys. Yeah, that was Arsenal boys as well. They were like, "How ungrateful are you? You want David Moyes to go after you won that trophy?" Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Did you not see us in the league that season when we won that trophy? You should end on a high. You literally got your legend status there. Just leave, bro. Like I don't get it. I don't get what people were watching. People were saying, "Oh, you finished 8th." Yeah,
we've all had it. Emotion merchants.
Yeah,
everywhere in the fan base.
Battering against Chelsea, battering against Arsenal, battering against Palace, battering against Fulham, battering against Villa. Come on. Like, and we lost to Bristol City in the FA Cup.
Don't forget, you played that injury-prone Chelsea team that had their 3rd game in a week, and we won 5-0.
Yeah, I remember saying to every Chelsea, I remember saying to every Chelsea fan that, "Oh no, you're going to beat us like 4-0 or some shit," and they were like, "No, we're shit as well." Bro, did you see?
I remember that you were saying in the chat. I'm like, please, I like this optimism, but please don't do this to me. And they were 5-0 up. Bruh, they're actually fucked.
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? You got to thank Chelsea because they accelerated the boys sacking. Like we knew it was going anyway, but after that was the announcement, and everyone was crying.
Yeah, you were the first nail in the Pochettino coffin back in August, so I guess we helped each other. But guys, it's been another brilliant episode of Shameless FC. Shout out to everybody that's locked in. I want everybody to sub to the panel right now before we wrap up. Get Mikez to 500 subs immediately, people. Link is in the description, so you guys have no excuse. And the content continues. We are heading over to Sarcasm City TV Gaming right now for Pro Club. So if you want to see Prime Super Loopard in action, everybody head over. Big up to everyone. Like, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully Kepa's gone by then. Up the Chels.